back up to 20.
First thing I'm doing when I get more experience is getting every sound constitution I can.
I was about to say.
My health is abysmal.
Yeah, remember about the house rule. Not house rule. I'm using the optional rule provided by the book.
Max 25, isn't it?
Yes.
Which is fair. I have 19 considering I constantly fly.
That's not a house rule, that's core rule. I mean optional rule, but still core.
I mean, it does make sense. Humans are only so strong, you know?
You can get...
Indeed they are.
I think it's possible to get to like unnatural toughness.
It is later on in Ascension, yes. I know I get it in 2 more ranks.
Yeah, but I think it with max HP rule it only gives like additional toughness, so you can soak more damage, which makes sense.
I don't know if I get unnatural toughness.
I think I get a natural toughness and strength.
I do. It's going to be very late.
Okay, so as you begin...
Oh, but I do get a natural agility times 4.
Damn. That is fucking obscene.
There are no words!
Times 4. What the hell?
Yeah, at some point... Oh, that's what I meant to say, that apart from touched by fates, there will be enemies with unnatural abilities. I mean, like unnatural strength, toughness and whatnot.
Can't wait.
To be buffed
up.
up.
Good.
Yeah, not all of them, but some powerful to give them additional kick. So, like 11-man arms race. Anyways, you gather up your...
You know, when this is done, like, I'm gonna give Corporal Kenneth some fucking Stormtrooper training after this.
He is Captain.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Captain.
Captain
Kenneth.
Yes.
He's my pet project. So
don't worry.
I'll
buff him and the men. Don't worry.
I will really need
and all the men too.
Damn. That initiative, though.
I will really need to figure out the scene where they suddenly appear in a place where they shouldn't, and then you have like think, well, if they saw too much and they need to be purged or not.
Well, technically they're conscripted by the Inquisition now, so...
Yes. I can always make some rolls and see if some of them will break.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's probably... I mean, some of them are going to be whittled down until we get, like... I'd say probably, like, 15 or so really fucking pro-elite soldiers out of the rest. I mean, most are probably going to break.
It makes you think, huh? Someday we might very well have to kill our own soldiers.
It's not even that. It's more like if they can't... Actually, no. We have Into the Jaws of Hell. They get immune to fear as well. Exactly. So you, as long as they can see you, they're immune to fear and everything.
You have that?
There will be probably... Oh yeah, I have heroic leadership. The entire thing.
So including Into Jobs of Hell. Well then, yeah, Kenneth will be much more... Yeah, if he won't fall because of the powers, then he's good.
Here's the problem, though. I have to be present for that to really kick in, so...
Yes,
and there's probably going to be plenty of times where we're doing stuff.
Oh, that's why we need to basically put Kenneth through the training so he gets it himself.
Right.
That's what we're going to spend time when we go back to Scintilla if we live.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
We need to train him.
What's that roll for?
If Ascension ever gets to rank 16, that's what my initiative is going to be on it too.
What the fuck?
You should be glad he's not a Vindicare.
Yeah, you'd be saying what the fuck very often because you.
Yeah, and at some point I would snap and say, okay, fuck this, I'm unleashing Wormstorm on you and destroying the planet. You cannot dodge that.
Yes, you can. I'm pretty sure Vindicator can find a way somehow.
No.
Well, I mean, technically, it's written that they can dodge.
Yes, and then I will call big bullshit. And then just say fuck that. He can dodge many things, but not.
They stowed away. Managed to stow away on the last ship.
But not planet cracking annihilation.
Oh, actually, technically, we could. Well, at least myself and Xanthus. It all depends on whether the Eldar would be willing to, a life debt.
Oh.
Ah yes. Speaking of them, because as you go on and you start reaching further down, because obviously this complex, they gave you a nasty fight, not even close to the main room. Main sacrificial, not sacrificial, main like throne room or some, however you want to call it. So it will take some more time, more minutes, especially since you are also trying to go slightly carefully, maybe not stealthy, but you are trying to be aware of your surroundings at all times, making sure you'll not be ambushed again or like got between another horde. And as you're approaching, then another thing happens, like especially it takes few more minutes because you stop and you like aim, because you get a slight feeling that on the edge of your vision like shadows flicker and distort, seemingly to the silhouettes of strange figures.
So like that song comes into play, you sometimes feel like someone's watching you.
Yeah.
I sometimes feel like getting no privacy.
Yeah, so what would, because like Ignatius would probably say that he's feeling like warp disruption, like powerful warp disruption, like deeper down, probably where the main room is. He's
Would my Auspex be able to pick up these shadowy figures?
Yeah, you kind of realize, like,
it's inbuilt in their helmet. So.
Yeah, you almost, but you still see them. But it's like it's not physical. It's mental thing, like warp phenomena thingy. You almost maybe realize that, but it still happens, and it's still, well, yeah, we'll get to that if it takes its toll. And yeah, and as you are approaching, suddenly, at first it's not really clean. So you need to like focus a little bit to actually understand it correctly. But in your mind, Moriana, oh wait, not Moriana, because I think Santis would get telepathic message. Santis, you hear already acquainted voice of Eldar. Yeah, I think we said that the Exarch Fanbas was able to contact you mentally.
Yes.
Albeit you feel that there's a strain on connection because of where you are and what's happening.
Xanthus is the one who he is connected with mentally, so that they don't have to, show up every time they want to have a talk with him.
Yeah. By the way, would it be possible, like, if he asked, like, would it be possible, like, to add basically like another connection to Skype, another person to Skype call, like psychic Skype call, or is it like one-to-one?
The psychic Skype. Yes, it's possible to add people to the psychic Skype.
Hey, Skype.
That's amazing.
So for you, I almost feel like the time may be slightly slows. I'm imagining like the speed of thought is slightly higher than outside, and he just without like greeting says, there is some matter that might interest you and might require your answer. We might help with that.
I'm listening.
Posing, like he very quickly explains that he contacted, not contacted, but he can contact Maximilian, posing as like one of his contacts, obviously not Eldar, and he talks with you. Maybe before that, he like asks if. Wait, because I don't remember. Would he know that Moriana is also like okay, that she won't kill you if she knows that you are talking with him, or he was not informed about that?
If I recall, I think Xanthus, when they spoke in Xanthus's room, Xanthus mentioned something along the lines of the guardswoman or stormtrooper sends her guards as well. I'm not sure whether or not he would realize that as a.
Yeah, so he also like very quickly was like that guardswoman can you make it so she will hear us? She probably need to hear it too. Rather, I believe she might want to hear that. Or
well, I mean, technically, you can just. I could probably hear. I mean, Xanthus could just open private comms. I mean, I wouldn't hear the Eldar, but I would hear Xanthus speaking, or if he loud.
Okay, so there's one of two ways we can do this. One is we can do the private comms thing, because there's not a specific, power that I know of that could do that. Or we can just...
Telepathy?
Well, yeah, but...
Yeah, in character, Eldar would say whatever works, but make it quick.
And I mean, it kind of look awkward when, like Xanthus going over to Moriana and then spontaneously, touching her forehead or something.
That would be kind of funny.
And Ignatius would be
I will also say that it's probably best try not to do anything overt. Yep. That might cause suspicion amongst other members of the cell.
To be perfectly fair, isn't there already suspicion of everything amongst other members of the cell? But anyway,
sort of. But that's mostly just.
My suspicion came from helping people, apparently.
Yes.
What I'll
helping
go
the wrong
ahead.
people.
Yeah, you can go with a private channel. It will work.
I'm wondering what would be something that even if they did hear it, they might not understand it. And
but Cadis isn't suspicious, and it's not.
Besides, I'm pretty sure that Cadis is up front, scouting.
Yes.
So, and you are slightly more to the back, because I imagine you are not right behind her back, because
she's trying to. She would be trying to push the pace in any case.
From what we discerned from the start, it's being Cadis at the front and Moriana at the back.
Oh, I was just saying, just in case someone were to, because I'm trying to think of it without meta gaming. I'm trying to think of, even if Gabriel says Cadis isn't listening, I'm just thinking because Xanthus doesn't know that, so what would be something that he would do to try to encrypt the message so that Cadis wouldn't understand, even if she did hear him somehow with his whispering. So I mean, I guess
you had the
probably,
time to talk. Wouldn't Xanthus figure it out with Moriana some kind of code word when they need to talk about the stuff or the thing?
Probably secret tongue military, I guess.
Yeah, that works.
Probably no way that Cadis knows that one, since she's not been in the military. My problem is, the Primaris knows that.
Actually, it does see if you look at his character.
Or maybe High Gothic. I don't know if either of them know that language.
Well, out of character, Cadis knows High Gothic. I see that she has that.
I don't think there's actually any language that only me and Moriana speak with them.
Oh, I know. I can speak Secret Tongue, Acolyte, Throne Agent, and Military.
Well, I'll probably... Okay, so what Xanthus will probably logic out is that Cadis would be the one who would have the higher senses, rather than Ignatius. So he would probably speak in Secret Tongue military to Moriana and take his chances on the Primaris. So, having said that, he will whisper, translating through Secret Tongue military.
Yeah, technically Ignatius has that, but because he's not here, then no risk, no gain, so...
Exactly.
I know for a fact that if he was here, he would want to know.
Yeah, but he also doesn't know that Xanthus is whispering, because Xanthus has a
He's
respirator helmet.
No
I
risk,
still
no
think
gain.
you would roll awareness.
No risk, no gain.
And I'm not trying to die.
Unless the entire party dies, then his character will not die. No risk, no gain. Just go ahead with your...
Said no risk, no gain. Shit the bed.
Wait, Xanthus responds back to the Eldar. Wait, what was it that the Eldar asked him that prompted this conversation? Like, can the guardswoman be trusted or something?
Yeah, he like reminds you like that's guardswoman you mentioned. If she can be trusted,
Yes.
she probably needs to hear that too.
Yes, I will translate. Well, not translate. I will say what you say to me. Quietly, of course.
Understood. And then he like quickly explains that he can only...
Oh, wait, what? Just type it through a fucking data slate.
Yeah, for example. That he can only
Erect it to Mariana, there we go.
Like his people tell that there's some, not uproar, but some commotion going on in certain spire. And Maximilian, like, he thinks that whoever was like spies and sleeper agents, there are some fires and riots breaking out, and basically he has the info that some people who are probably cultists, where cultists is hiding, are making their way downwards. It will take them some time, but he just gives you information that they are gathering reinforcements from sleeper cells, and they are trying to make some commotion to divert attention. And then he specifically explains that he had full faith in your abilities, so he wouldn't do that, but he also learned that Maximilian and Captain Kenneth are slightly anxious, and they might not know exactly where you are, but they are intelligent enough to know that, well, if the reinforcements are coming, they might be coming to you. So Maximilian is in a quick process of trying to get some uniforms to camouflage Captain Kenneth and his people, so they will be like mercenaries, not like Imperial troops. And basically he contacted you to ask, should we dissuade him of that, or should they go ahead and use your people to prevent reinforcements from having a chance to come at you from behind?
Okay, so reinforcements are coming from the way we came.
From the Hive Spire. They are gathering. They won't come immediately. It will take some time, but they will...
Mariana asks Xanthus whether or not the Eldar can get in contact with the planetary governor or the person in power on this planet.
So let's just assume that this is sending messages back and forth between them, so we don't have to
no problem.
The telephone.
Yep. Okay, so answer is that
obviously not say it's an Eldar, but
so he says that he won't say that he's an Eldar, especially considering technically Severant Dominate has an alliance with Dark Eldar. So he can try, but they A, might not be willing to listen, B, they might be occupied by the riots.
They will be willing to listen.
Or they might not be willing to listen.
Oh, well.
But
that's what Mariana thinks.
We can certainly try.
Basically what Mariana's getting at is that we have a list of all the corrupt officials. She would want the Eldar to give the names to the governor and then have the actual Severan Dominant troops mobilized to stop them in their path. Whether the Eldar can pose as an Inquisitor or someone of high esteem, considering they're not directly against the Inquisition, then yes, that would probably be beneficial in basically use them instead of our own troops, which probably isn't the best idea at this moment in time, or Moriana thinks that.
Yeah, they would take some losses, and some of them would even, they will have some trouble, both physical and mental injuries and
That's what she thinks, at least. Basically, try and have the Eldar use those names, send them to the governor, have them mobilize their troops to shut down.
How do you send that data? Do you list those names? Just quickly say those names, or do you?
Yes, she would say their names and their positions.
Okay, well, it will take at least 30 seconds, talking.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah, so he takes it up.
This is if Xanthus agrees. I mean, he needs to give his input as well.
Yeah, what Xanthus is about that.
Oh, no.
That's what Moriana suggests.
Xanthus is of the opinion that he doesn't want to use... Well, first off, he would rather use someone else's men than his men on any given day. Second of all, he doesn't want to risk chaos exposure to his troops without...
Not just yet. Grooming them first. Yeah. Which Moriana is also in agreement. They're not ready for this yet.
Frankly, he would rather he'd rather just fight the reinforcements himself rather than send them into it, because he knows we've all been exposed to chaos and we've come out fine. If they get exposed to chaos, beyond just the obvious losses and the insanity, one of them might come out even worse than that. Maybe not just insane, but partially corrupted. And we don't have time to be worrying about...
Is he talking about Captain Kenneth's slot or the dominant troops?
Mm-hmm.
Is Xanthus talking about the Captain Kenneth's troops or the dominant?
When I say the corruption?
Yes.
He's talking about his own troops.
Okay, then Moriana's in full agreement.
His own troops.
They're
if the dominant troops, it might be a little cold, but he doesn't really care if the dominant troops care.
And he'll say he'll go in. He'll say it will also go in our favor, considering they fought off corruption. That proves they aren't all that bad.
Mm-hmm.
So it's killing two birds with one stone. Really, we get reinforcements if it works, and that just gives them a little bit more, perhaps potential leeway in further negotiations at a later date, if it comes to that.
Indeed. Now, having said all that, they intend to pose as a contact of Vermilions to dissuade them?
Yes, dissuade Vermilion from sending Kenneth in. I guess only do it as not a distraction, for our extraction off planet. But not have them send in to stop the troops coming after us.
Oh yes, dissuade Vermilion from sending Kenneth and his troops, and go with Moriana's plan. That's what Xanthus's input would be.
Understood.
Take the names to the governor.
We will...
And say, he's Inquisitor, whatever. Actually...
Yeah, so at the minute they still don't really like Inquisition, mostly because they are part of Imperium.
I thought they said they didn't have a problem with the Inquisition. It's just the Imperium they don't like. They don't have any qualms with them per se.
Well, Inquisition is armed arm of Emperor.
That's true.
Perhaps it would be better.
And Inquisition and Inquisition would be the ones who would judge and execute the political leaders if Severan Dominate loses.
Yeah, but isn't this kind of a way of showing the Dominant that there's a higher priority than them? Wouldn't it be more
it could be
beneficial?
In that case, because Paramount I didn't understand.
We're picking Chaos over them.
In this situation, it could work. I was just saying, generally, what's their stance.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so Eldar is understood who will do, and unless you ask him about something, then he will begin cutting.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Before he does, would it not be more efficient to have the Eldar pretend to be members of the Dominant rather than the Inquisition? I know it would make us look better, but maybe... Damn it, what am I trying to say here?
Yeah, it will give higher chance of success.
Yeah,
it would be a higher chance of success, yes. if they pretend to be dominant rather than Inquisition, we can save looking better we can save looking better to the dominant for another time. Right now, their lives at risk.
Very well. She agrees to that. Anything to increase the chances.
He understood, and then he cuts the connection. And as you continue, you are getting closer and closer. Different phenomena happen, for a moment you feel nauseous, and then you feel things scuttling across your skin, and if you look, there is nothing there. So that kind of fun stuff.
Yay.
And let me see how this will go on. Okay. Not gonna tell you the results, but let's say they were in your favor. Okay, I'm gonna say I am fairly certain that we want to do that boss fight in full crew.
Well, I mean, you could just roll for Ignatius's plasma gun or abilities.
Partially,
that's what I do with Pathfinder.
Yeah, partially I could do that, but partially I wouldn't. I would kind of want him to use his best stuff, and I just don't know it. And partially, I kind of need to cut it slightly earlier today.
That's fine.
So just as we beginning. Plus, I don't want to repeat descriptions when Demko is not here, because there will be some things to describe. But yeah, to give you some spoiler.
Oh dear.
Yep. Okay, as you are creeping towards, and your heretic psychic senses are just screaming that there is a very bad stuff awaiting, and you in this area you find some dead bodies, very fresh dead bodies of cultists who apparently killed themselves, and you see now it's dried, but blood apparently was flowing from them to that main
oh boy.
corridor. And at that point we fade to black as the imminent encounter with, well,
there's doggies
Demon
and
Host,
Demon Host.
Yeah, that place is,
both at once.
that place will be kind of fun to fight. So that's why I wanted full crew. Yeah, Flesh Hounds and Demon Hosts are not the only threats.
We'll get furnaces versus demons.
We'll be finding Lyra's body down there, or at least her weapons, maybe?
By the way, you see,
maybe
not weapons, but you see bloody marks as if somebody's body was being dragged. But a lot of blood. Your medical knowledge tells that with the amount of blood shown, apparently somebody does it might probably not be alive, that person. You don't know if it's Inquisitor or not. But yeah, with that we fade to black.
Yay!
And you know
Heresy.
and you know what? For that final fight, I'm gonna give you 1 fate point back. That you use, not burned.
Goodness.
That you use, not burned. You don't get fate points that you burnt out, but that you use, so you get 1 more. And I'm gonna give you total XP, after the boss fight.
Cool.
Then we can buy stuff.
Trust me, it will be enough that you will get additional point. I'm pretty sure point or 2.
If you want to buy
influence.
stuff, I suggest we wait until we get to Scintilla. It'll be a lot easier.
And that's it